The council laughs. The Galactic Council chamber was bright and wide. Many races sat in tall seats. They wore armor and symbols of power. The doors opened. Human diplomats entered. They walked calmly. Their guards followed behind. No armor, no guns, no visible weapons. A low sound moved through the chamber. Some laughed. Some whispered. The council noticed immediately. Human guards were unarmed. Alien leaders leaned toward each other. They smiled. They mocked quietly. One council member spoke. Humans bring no protection. They must trust us too much. Another replied, or they are fools. The humans did not react. They walked to their place. They stood still. Their guards stood behind them. Hands relaxed. Eyes calm. Council scanners activated. They searched the humans. They searched the guards. No weapons detected. Confidence filled the room. The council leader watched closely. He believed power came from fear, from strength, from weapons. Humans showed none of that. He decided they were weak. The meeting began. The council spoke of borders, of trade, of control. Humans listened. They did not interrupt. Some council members pushed harder. They demanded more from humans. Less freedom, less space. Humans answered politely, with calm voices, with careful words. This made the council even bolder. They thought humans would accept anything. Behind the humans, the guards did not move. They did not shift. They did not look around. They simply watched. One alien officer whispered, "Why do they bring guards at all?" Another answered, "For show only." The council leader smiled. He signaled quietly. A secret vote began. Screens hidden from human sight lit up. Choices were made. Decisions locked. The council planned to take control of human routes, to limit human movement, to weaken them further. Humans were not meant to notice, but they did. The human lead diplomat saw the change in faces, the shift in tone, the confidence growing. He understood, but he did not react. The meeting continued. The council announced a short recess. Alien guards moved closer. Human guards remained still. Some aliens laughed openly now. One said, "They do not even fear us." Another replied, "They should." During the pause, council security prepared orders. They planned to detain the human diplomats, to force agreement. This was easy. Humans were unarmed. The council leader felt proud. This would be simple. The doors opened again. The meeting resumed. The council leader stood. He spoke of unity, then control. He announced new terms. Human diplomats listened. Then the leader gave a silent signal. Security forces moved. Alien guards stepped forward. Weapons raised. The chamber went quiet. Human guards did not resist. They did not fight. They allowed restraints. They lowered their hands. Laughter returned. The council believed the moment was theirs. The leader spoke loudly. Humans have no defense. Human diplomats remained calm. One council member felt uneasy. Something felt wrong. Why were the humans not afraid? Why did the guards allow capture? He pushed the thought away. Humans were weak. That was proven. The council leader ordered the humans held until agreements were signed. The guards were taken aside. Still calm. Still silent. One alien officer scanned them again. Nothing. No weapons. He laughed. The council began celebrating early. They spoke of profit, of power. The human lead diplomat finally looked up. His voice was soft. "This is not how diplomacy works." The council leader laughed. "Then learn." The human diplomat nodded slowly. Behind him, one guard looked at the other. A small movement. Almost nothing. Systems deep in the station paused. Lights flickered once. No one noticed. The council continued speaking. Unaware. The guard stood quietly, unarmed, and completely in control. The calm before the lock. The council chamber slowly emptied. Alien leaders spoke loudly. They joked about humans. Security forces escorted the human diplomats away. Their guards walked beside them. Hands free, faces calm. No resistance, no fear. This made the aliens even more confident. The humans were placed in a holding wing. Walls bright, doors heavy. The guards stood quietly. They did not sit. They did not speak. Alien officers watched them closely, waiting for anger, waiting for panic. None came. One officer whispered, "They act like this is expected." Another answered, "Fear comes later." Inside the holding wing, the human lead diplomat looked at his guards. They gave a small nod. Almost invisible, the diplomat understood. Time passed. In the council chamber, leaders discussed next steps. They argued over how much to take from human space, how to limit human travel. They believed the hard part was over. Security chiefs received orders. Prepare full detainment. Prepare pressure. This was routine. Humans had no weapons, no allies present, no leverage, or so they believed. Deep inside, the station systems monitored everything. Power flows, door locks, air circulation. No alarm sounded. The station felt normal. Too normal. A junior engineer noticed a delay in one system. A fraction of a second. He frowned, then laughed at himself. Nothing was wrong. Back in a holding wing, an alien guard approached the human guards. He smiled. "You should have brought weapons," he said. One human guard looked at him calmly and said nothing. The alien laughed and walked away. Minutes later, lights flickered again. Slightly longer this time. Some aliens noticed. Most ignored it. The council leader returned to his seat, feeling powerful, feeling safe. He ordered the next phase. Activate chamber security. The command was sent, and nothing happened. He frowned. Send it again. Still nothing. Security officers checked their panels. Controls responded, but systems did not move. Doors did not lock. Fields did not activate. Confusion spread quietly. In a holding wing, the human guards shifted their stance. Just a little. The diplomat spoke softly. "Now." One human guard pressed his palm against the wall. It looked harmless, almost casual. A soft vibration moved through the metal. Far beneath, the station control layers changed. Permissions shifted. Authority rerouted. Alien security systems stopped responding to council commands. But still no alarms. In the council chamber, leaders argued. Why is security not responding? Technicians rushed in. They checked data. Everything looked normal. But nothing obeyed. A senior officer said, "It's like we lost access." The council leader felt a chill. How? No one answered. Then the chamber doors closed. Slowly, smoothly. Locks engaged. The sound echoed. The room went silent. "What is this?" the leader demanded. Screens around the chamber lit up. Not council symbols. Human symbols. The council froze. Security tried to move. Their weapons power down. Panic rose. "Open the doors." Someone shouted. No response. In the holding wing, the human diplomats were free. Their restraints unlocked automatically. Alien guards stared in shock. The human guard stepped forward. Still calm. Still unarmed. One alien raised a weapon. It powered off. Fear finally appeared. "How?" an alien officer whispered. The human guard answered quietly. "You never controlled this station. You only used it." The lights dimmed, then stabilized. A calm human voice filled the station. "This is a diplomatic correction. Do not resist." The council leader felt his power collapse. Piece by piece, he realized too late. The humans never needed weapons. They arrived unarmed. Because the station itself was the weapon, and was already theirs. The station turns. The council chamber was no longer loud. Voices fell silent. Fear replaced confidence. Alien leaders looked around. Screens showed human symbols. Doors stayed closed. Security officers pulled at their weapons. Nothing worked. Power belonged to someone else. Inside the station, corridors changed. Lights guided movement. Paths opened and closed. Human guards walked freely. Still unarmed. Still calm. Alien soldiers stepped back. They felt watched. In the holding wing, human diplomats moved forward. Their steps steady. Their faces relaxed. They had never been prisoners. The council leader slammed his hand on the table. He demanded answers. How do humans do this? No one replied. Deep inside, the station systems adjusted. Air pressure balanced. Gravity held steady. Nothing was damaged. Nothing was destroyed. Control had been taken cleanly. A council engineer stared at his console. His hand shook. We have no access. He whispered. The council leader felt cold. He finally understood. This station was never neutral. Human symbols faded from the screens, replaced by calm blue patterns. A human voice filled the chamber. This station is safe. Remain calm. Panic grew. Some council members shouted. Others begged. Alien guards tried to force doors. They did not move. Human guards entered the chamber, walking slowly. No weapons, no armor. Yet, every alien stepped back. One council member stood. He tried to speak calmly. What do you want? The human diplomat stepped forward. His voice gentle. We want respect. The council member laughed nervously. He tried to hide fear. This is force, not diplomacy. The human diplomat shook his head. This is diplomacy. You just forgot what it looks like. Outside the chamber, fleets waited. Alien warships received strange signals. Commands delayed. Orders failed. Human ships appeared nearby. Quiet. Watching. They did not fire. They did not threaten. They waited. Inside the station, alien security chiefs rushed through corridors. Doors closed ahead of them. Paths shifted. They were guided, not trapped. Human systems controlled flow, not to harm, but to contain. A young alien officer stopped running. He realized something. Humans were not attacking. They were correcting. The council leader sank into his chair. He remembered the laughter, the jokes, the confidence. He felt shame. The human diplomat looked at the council. You planned betrayal. You planned control. You failed. One council member whispered. You came unarmed. The diplomat nodded. Because violence was never the goal. Screens changed again, showing recordings, private votes, hidden orders, proof. The council gasped. The galaxy would see this. The council leader looked up, his voice weak. What happens now? The human diplomat answered softly. Now you choose. The doors unlocked. Slowly, security systems powered down partially. Enough for movement. You can walk out, he said. But the galaxy will know. Outside, alien fleets received final updates. Humans had taken control, without firing a shot. Fear spread fast. Inside the station, council members stood slowly. Their pride gone. They realized the truth. Humans did not bring weapons, because weapons invite resistance. Humans brought certainty. As the council left the chamber, one by one, the human guards watched, still calm, still unarmed, and the station stayed quiet, waiting for the next choice. The galaxy was holding its breath when fear replaced laughter. The council hall felt empty now, not because it was silent, but because confidence was gone. Alien leaders walked slowly through the corridors, their steps unsure, their voices low. Guards watched from a distance. They no longer gave orders. They waited. The station felt alive, like it was listening. Lights shifted gently. Paths opened when humans approached, and closed behind them. No alarms, no force, only control. Outside the station, alien fleets waited. Commanders argued. Orders delayed. Systems lagged. Nothing responded the way it should. Some captains tried to break formation. Their engines slowed. Their signals delayed. Fear spread ship to ship. Human vessels appeared nearby. Not aggressive. Not hidden. They simply arrived. Their presence alone changed everything. Inside the council chamber, a few leaders remained. They could not leave. Not yet. They watched screens showing proof. Votes. Messages. Betrayal. Their plans exposed. One council member spoke quietly. We thought humans were naive. Another replied. We thought wrong. The human diplomat stood calmly. His hands open. His voice steady. You believe power was shown by weapons. By fear. By force. He paused. Humans learned long ago. True power is preparation. The council leader lowered his head. He finally understood. The station had never been neutral. Its systems, its safeguards, its fail-safes. Humans helped design them. Humans helped maintain them. And humans never forgot. Alien engineers tried again to regain control. Their screens refused commands. Permission denied. The words repeated calmly. Some alien officers panicked. They shouted. They demanded answers. Human guards stepped forward, still unarmed. One alien raised a weapon. It shut down instantly. The message was clear. Do not try. Outside, the galaxy reacted. News spread fast. Councils paused meetings. Fleets halted movements. Everyone asked the same question. How do humans do this? The answer was simple and terrifying. Humans never planned for war. They planned for betrayal. Inside the station, the human diplomat spoke again. This is not punishment. This is correction. You will leave. You will explain. You will face the galaxy. The council members felt the weight of that sentence. Reputation mattered more than power. Trust mattered more than fleets. And they had lost both. Slowly, the station released control. Step by step. Not fully. Never fully. Just enough. Human guards escorted the council members. Not as prisoners, but as witnesses. Every step recorded. Every word saved. Outside, alien fleets received clearance to leave. Their captains did not argue. They retreated carefully, respectfully. Fear guided them now. The human ships stayed, watching, ensuring. As the last council member exited the station, he turned back. His voice broke. You came without weapons. The human diplomat nodded. Because weapons would have made you fight. We needed you to listen. The council member understood too late. The station lights dimmed, returning to neutral patterns. Control slowly shifted back, but the memory remained. Deep in the system's human code stayed. Quiet, watchful, a reminder. The galaxy changed that day. Diplomatic rules were rewritten, security protocols reviewed, and one truth spread faster than fear. When humans arrive unarmed, it means the decision is already made. The station drifted calmly in space, unchanged, peaceful, but everyone who had been inside knew. It was no longer just a place. It was a lesson, and the galaxy would never forget it. The truth spreads. The council station returned to normal. Lights steady, systems quiet, but nothing felt the same. Alien leaders left the station, their faces pale, their voices low. No one laughed now. Outside, fleets pulled away. Slowly, carefully, ships kept distance from human vessels, as if space itself had changed. News traveled fast, faster than any ship. Worlds across the galaxy heard the story. Humans arrived unarmed and took control. Councils called emergency meetings. Screens filled with worried faces. How did humans do it? Why did no one see it coming? Analysts replayed recordings. Every movement, every word. They searched for weapons. They found none. This made it worse. On one distant world, an alien general spoke quietly. If they can do this without weapons, what can they do with them? No one answered. Inside, human space leaders watched the reactions. They did not celebrate. They did not boast. This was not a victory. It was a correction. The human diplomat returned home. His guards walked beside him, still unarmed. Reporters waited, questions ready. The diplomat spoke calmly. Diplomacy only works when trust exists. When trust is broken, control replaces it. He said no more. The galaxy listened carefully. Alien races that once mocked humans changed tone. They reviewed treaties. They honored agreements. No one wanted to test human patience. Some asked for meetings. Some sent apologies. Humans replied slowly, carefully. Trust would take time. Inside the council, world's blame spread. Leaders accused each other. Alliances cracked. The council leader who ordered the betrayal resigned. His name became a warning. Children on alien worlds heard the story. They asked their elders, why were humans unarmed? The answer was always the same. Because humans do not threaten. They prepare. Inside the station, human code remained hidden. Quiet. Watchful. It did not control. It observed. A reminder that humans were paying attention. Engineers across the galaxy tried to remove it. They failed. Every attempt triggered a calm response. System stable. Do not proceed. Fear returned. Human guards became legends. Stories exaggerated. Whispers grew. Some said the guards were machines. Others said they were commanders. The truth was simpler. They were keys. On Earth, a young officer trained new recruits. He spoke about the council station. He said strength is not in weapons alone. Strength is in knowing when you do not need them. The recruits listened. Far away, the council station drifted. Peaceful, quiet, but everyone who passed it felt something. Like being watched, not by anger, but by patience. The galaxy adjusted. Meetings became careful. Votes became honest. Betrayal became dangerous. One alien diplomat said it best. Humans do not bring weapons to diplomacy, because diplomacy is the weapon. The story spread, world to world, station to station. No shots were fired. No lives were lost. Yet the balance of power shifted. The council had discovered the truth. Too late. And now the galaxy lived with it. Quiet, alert, waiting for the next time humans arrived unarmed. The rule that remained. Time moved forward, but the memory stayed. The galaxy did not forget. It learned. Meetings changed. Voices softened. Plans slowed. When humans were present, everyone listened. The council station still drifted in space. Lights calm. Systems smooth. It looked normal, but no one felt safe inside it. Not unsafe from violence. Unsafe from truth. Human diplomats continued to travel. Their guards still unarmed. Their posture calm. Other races noticed. They stopped asking why. They already knew. A new council formed months later. New leaders. New promises. They invited humans again. This time no one laughed. The chamber was silent. Respectful. Alien guards stood farther back. Hands away from weapons. Human guards entered. Unarmed. Unchanged. The room felt smaller. The council leader spoke carefully. His words chosen slowly. We welcome humanity. The human diplomat nodded. Nothing more. The meeting continued. Agreements were honored. Votes were fair. No tricks. No hidden signals. Everyone remembered what happened last time. Outside the station, fleets stayed distant. Not ordered. Not threatened. They stayed away by choice. Inside, human space leaders reflected. They knew this peace was fragile. Power had shifted, but power always does. The human diplomat spoke to his guards one evening. Quietly, this will not last forever. One guard replied calmly. It does not need to. The message was clear. Humans did not seek control. They sought balance. And balance required memory. Years passed. New races joined the galaxy. Young, curious. They studied history. They learned the lesson. Never test human diplomacy, because the test would already be over. On one distant world, an ambitious leader rose. He spoke of strength, of domination. His advisors warned him, do not challenge humans. He laughed. They carry no weapons. The advisors were silent. They had heard that before. The leader pushed forward. He planned pressure. He planned force. Humans arrived, unarmed, calm. The galaxy watched. Some held their breath. But the leader stopped, hesitated. He remembered the stories, the station, the silence. He changed course. No war came. On Earth, a monument was built. Simple, quiet. It did not show weapons or ships. It showed empty hands. A symbol. Children asked what it meant. Their elders answered. It means the choice was already made. Far across the stars, the council station continued to drift. Unchanged. Human code still rested deep inside. Watching, waiting, never acting, unless needed. And that was the most frightening part. The galaxy lived with that knowledge. Peace was not kept by fear, but by certainty. The certainty that humans were prepared, even when they looked harmless. And so the rule spread. Spoken softly, understood everywhere. When humans arrive unarmed, it means you are already surrounded. Not by soldiers, not by ships, but by consequences. The story ended quietly, without fire, without battle, just understanding. And the galaxy stayed that way, careful, respectful, watching for the calm step of human diplomats and the unarmed guards, who never needed weapons.